Hey guys, it's Vera Sweeney from Permission to Hustle, and I'm actually driving in my car, so you might hear some outside forces during this podcast, and you have to just excuse that, but something has just happened, and I feel the need to get it off my chest, because it's all about customer service, and it's all about making sure your customer, your reader, whoever it is that you're catering to feels taken care of. I think that's the end of the game, because the product, I feel like, can be gotten anywhere. It's how you make your customer, your reader feel. That's the end game. That's how you're going to hook, line, and sinker and keep that person with you until the end of time. So here we go. I am a huge Starbucks fan, and I think if anybody follows me within this space, you know that I pretty much drink a Starbucks a day. It's a vitamin. And they recently came out with these limited edition cups, and they change color, and they're completely ridiculous, unnecessary, obnoxious. But I have no life, and I wanted them. Now, you can't find them anywhere, so that's part of the ploy, I guess. It's this, you got to have them, but how do you find them? And it's this little fun thing. You go from store to store, and you're actually saying, that doesn't sound fun at all, Vera. That sounds stupid. But for people like me, who have this affection towards the brand, it is fun. It's sort of like that game, and so I'm playing it, and I'm looking around. And I had called because I know on Thursdays, that's when Starbucks gets their orders. I had been told to call Thursday morning to my local Starbucks to see if they got the new shipment in. And so, like a good cadet, I called this Thursday morning, and some man picked up, and it took him about 25 seconds to say his greeting. And it was ridiculous. It was, hello, good morning, welcome, rise and shine. I'm your local Starbucks good morning person. It was really almost a joke the way that he greeted on the phone. And I almost thought that I had the wrong phone number, because I thought to myself, how could this person be representing Starbucks? This is such a $1 billion company here, and this guy picked up the phone as a joke. What if I was a manager? I would have been so upset if that's how I knew my store was being represented. But I knew I had a mission on my mind, and so I didn't, I let it go. I said, hi. I said, I'm calling to see if you got in a shipment of those colored mugs that change the rainbow, that change colors as you pour different drinks into them. And he said, oh no, those have been discontinued. Those are not available anymore. You've missed the ability to get those mugs, those cups. Sorry that you missed out on that opportunity. You're never going to be able to get those again. And then we hung up the phone, and I told my husband, I said, that's not true. I said, my friend just emailed me yesterday from Pennsylvania, and she told me if she needed me to, she would be able to get me those cups for me. So I don't know what he's talking about. She took a picture of the cups in the store for me. So what is he saying? So I said, you know what? I said, I'm going to go to the store today. I said, I'm just going to go, because I don't believe him. I don't believe what that guy's saying. He sounded so weird when I called on the phone. I don't trust him. So lo and behold, I got in my car at 7:10 in the morning. I let Bill get the kids ready for school, because this is how crazy I am. I drove over to my Starbucks to get my morning tea, and what do I see on shelf? The cups. They were unpacked this morning by that crew at 5 a.m. He was one of them, and they were put on shelf. He knew very well that the cups were in store. He packed them. Now, I had the cups in my hand, and I listened to for the 4 people that were available behind the counter, and I figured out which was the one that picked up the phone. And I said to myself, what should I do here? Should I talk to the manager? Is this big of a deal? And of course I didn't, because there's bigger things going on in life right now. I mean, this is just not a priority in life for me to start fussing around. I'm not one of these people that are going to ask to talk to a manager. But it really got me thinking about who you hire to represent your company and what that means for you as a company. Now, Starbucks, Disney, Dunkin' Donuts, BJ's, These are companies that have built such a foundation that one person cannot take that company down. One bad moment will not deter a consumer, a customer from returning, because a consumer has a lifetime of a relationship with that brand. But us, small entrepreneurs, small mom and pop shops, small upcoming businesses, one foul step can kick somebody off your train ride, and you will lose that person forever. Because let me tell you something, if that experience happened to me next door at the little Greek restaurant that I go to from time to time, if that happened to me at the little mom and pop shop where I go and I get some trinkets every now and then, for when I go to a hostess and I need hostess parties and I need to cater to a hostess, I would never go to that shop again. And that is real. But because it's Starbucks and I have this 20-year relationship with them and it's bigger than that person, of course I'm going to continue to be a consumer, because it's not about that guy. But if it was a smaller company, a smaller website, a smaller store, I would never step foot in that establishment again. And so that made me think about how I treat every email that comes in, every tweet that comes across my desktop, every comment that's left on my YouTube channel. You cannot take these things lightly. You really have to treat every single thing, every single communication that comes across your path with the utmost respect and timeliness and consideration. Because every consumer matters at our level. We are not Starbucks. We are, step number one here. So every consumer matters. Starbucks wouldn't care if I stopped going there. So they can afford to have that guy making those mistakes. And I bet you they have 1,000 of those guys making those mistakes. Because, again, it doesn't matter. They're so big. It doesn't matter. But I have to just reiterate, we can't afford to make mistakes like that. And when you're responding to people and when you're doing your due diligence as you go through your emails, your comments, your whatever it is that you have to do, keep that in mind, that one negative moment from you on a bad day can really turn somebody off. So take a deep breath when you have to make a reply on something that maybe was not kind. And think about it. Think about how your reaction can set off a butterfly effect. So that's just my little take about what happened to me today. And I will say this also on the flip side. Good riddance if you don't want these certain people's to support your business. We don't need naysayers on our side of the fence either. You can give and take this. So do I want negative people constantly coming back to my site and supporting me? Do I need those views? No, I don't need those views. But what I'm just trying to say is people are fickle. So even the greatest of people can turn on you if you have a bad day. That's all I'm trying to say to you. And today's example was a prime example of that, because I'm telling you, if it was any other small company that I didn't have such close ties with, I would have been out in a heartbeat. So, okay, so Facebook, Permission to Hustle, Instagram, Audrey and Vera, Twitter. I'm sorry, what did I just say? I'm losing my mind. Twitter, Audrey and Vera, Instagram, Permission to Hustle, Facebook, Audrey. Oh gosh, guys. You see how frazzled they got me? I don't even know our handles anymore. I'm going to say this one more time and you're going to forgive me, because my feathers are ruffled, okay? My feathers are ruffled. Twitter, Audrey and Vera. Instagram, Permission to Hustle. Facebook, Permission to Hustle. I did it. I deserve this tea. There you go. Until next time.